Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Monday, March 5th, 2018. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin was up 1.5% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 11,656, a high of 11,666, and a low of 10,681. That's $1 for 8,592 Satoshis. The Mayer multiple is at 1.32. The average Mayer multiple is 1.47. Therefore, it is below the average. Dozens of cryptocurrency companies have abandoned their ICO plans after receiving SEC phone call. That's right, the SEC may finally be taking action against the ICOs. The SEC is apparently using the telephone to deter the bad guys. The operandi is pretty simple. The folks at the SEC pick up the telephone and call the people behind individual ICOs. And believe it or not, the strategy pays off. More than a dozen cryptocurrency companies have abandoned their plans to raise investors after they were contacted by the SEC. Additionally, the ICO craze is making cyber criminals rich. Professional Services Ernst & Young examined 372 ICOs and found that 400 million of the 3.7 billion raised so far has fallen into the hands of cyber criminals. This could add more desire to the regulators to attempt to regulate this currently unregulated market. Vulnerable? Ethereum's Casper Tech takes criticism at the Curacao event. A very famous VM researcher, Dalia Malki, on Friday used the exact words saying that Ethereum's biggest future upgrade was fundamentally vulnerable. Could the Casper switch to a proof of stake end with Ethereum disastrously? As she told the audience, I think proof of stake is fundamentally vulnerable. You're giving authority to a group to call the shots. In my opinion, it's giving power to people who have lots of money. However, she did say that Casper has led to some interesting research. She's just not sure on the vulnerability question. Uzbekistan announces cryptocurrency legalization by mid-2018. That's right, the entire world continues to wake up to Bitcoin, with Uzbekistan and their central bank planning to legalize cryptocurrencies in their country. We've also heard rumors of the Bank of Japan and others might be buying Bitcoin institutionally, but we wouldn't know that until much, much later. Coinbase hit with a class action lawsuit claiming that insiders benefited from their random launch of Bcash. As we predicted in the time period when they did it, Coinbase was destined to be hit by these class action lawsuits. They said that they would only launch Bcash withdrawals. Then, randomly, I think it was a Thursday, they launched full Bcash buy, sell, and withdraw, changing their plan. Who knew about the change? Insiders. The same insiders who are now making waves about Ripple being added to Coinbase. Waves that drove the price of Ripple up more than 10% in the last 24 hours. Almost $1 a coin. Additionally, Coinbase signals merger and acquisition appetite after the Circle Poloniex deal. Coinbase has pulled in a major VP of corporate development, Emily Choi, from LinkedIn, who oversaw more than 40 acquisitions at her previous company, including the $1.5 billion purchase of Lynda, an online education startup in 2015. This could be that Coinbase begins buying everything in sight. Quebec. We're not interested in Bitcoin mining without added value. Maybe the added value that they'll take all of your extra electricity off your hands, and instead of just holding it in generators, you could actually sell it for money. Would that be enough added value for you, Quebec? Maybe if we said it in France, voulez-vous coucher avec moi, Bitcoin miners? I don't know. Check it out, Quebec. The future will pass you by if you don't get involved. And finally, make or break level. Bitcoin pauses at key resistance. More technical trading and analysis from Coinbase's Omkar Godpool. As he says in the view section, a higher volume breakout above 11,600 would open the door towards stronger gains towards 1,700, the inverse head and shoulders target as per the measured height method. On the way higher, the pair may face resistance at 14,584, the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. On the downside, a move below 11,050, the previous day's low, strong support as of the 4-hour chart, would abort the immediate bullish outlook and could yield a drop below the 10,000 mark. In that case, the dip could be short-lived as the 5-day moving average and 10-day moving average are sloping upwards. Sounds bullish to me. The bearish scenario. Failure to take out the inverse head and shoulders neckline hurdle in the next 48 hours, followed by a break below the descending 50-day moving average, 10,240, would suggest that the corrective rally from the February 6th low of 6,000 has ended. Bitcoin's prices could then proceed to revisit the $7,960 February 2nd low. Sounds bullish to me. Browser plugin replaces the word blockchain with multiple copies of a giant Excel spreadsheet. This sounds like a great program, a great browser program that I'd have to get. As you can see here, can multiple copies of a giant Excel spreadsheet challenge Fang Tech? No multiple copies of a giant Excel spreadsheet is an island, and the multiple copies of a giant Excel street market may be hot. This works really well. Thanks so much to Cynthia Lee for creating this browser extension that I'll no doubt be installing later. Finally, we had some tweets from Eric Lombroso. I wish I had been better able to help resolve disputes inside the cryptocurrency industry, but it seems there really is a culture clash between those who are in this for global transformation and those who are just in it for their own profits. The divide really does seem to be between love of truth and love of money. May the good guys win. Great message from Eric Lombroso. Charlie Lee. This happens to every single one of my posts, Jack. It's getting out of hand. Really makes Twitter hard for me to use when I have to filter through all this spam to read any useful replies. Also, sucks to have people falling for this scam. I hope you have a solution soon. As you can see, Charlie and many other crypto personalities on Twitter are plagued by these bots that respond and say, send us some Ethereum and we'll send you more, which, as you all know, is the stupidest thing that you can do. But they get confused. They think the accounts are Charlie Lee. They think that the impersonators are the real ones. And again, they just want to get rich quick. They're just following the money. This happened to Armin van Bitcoin as well, saying that the latest tweet by Bitfinex gets swarmed with scam giveaways. Each reply to them is fake, with fake likes, fake retweets by fake accounts with no followers. It's a nightmare opening popular crypto tweets these days. Something needs to be done about this urgently, Jack. But Twitter did nothing. As Mad Bitcoin said, Twitter and YouTube, let's not have the most pathetic spam protection imaginable. It's one of those things they didn't think was important, but that's always the weakest link. However, Twitter wasn't alone in their hatred of these spam messages. My friend DJ Booth built a anti-spam bot this weekend, better than anything Twitter could come up with, despite their massive resources. I would say that Jack either needs to do some hiring or try harder. As you can see, any message that looks questionable will have this "that's a scam" message tagged onto it. Warning, Binance only has 0 followers, yet 51 retweets and 590 faves. The Binance username is almost the same as the real Binance username. Additionally, he notes that Cyrillic characters may be used to confuse users, as you can see the strange letters in this name. Twitter needs to do something about this. It's great that my friend stepped up, but this is Twitter's problem. Twitter needs to fix it, and YouTube as well. There are far too many fake comments requesting Ethereum, requesting Bitcoin, putting an address in there. Even if they just flagged every comment or every tweet with an address in it, that would be a start. Doing nothing is being part of the fraud. This is very important, Twitter and YouTube. I know you're ignoring us, but you can't ignore us forever. And here we go again. Don't block Folio and Drive. Save a life. Crypto can wait. That's a good message. As the person says in the comments, I never noticed the sign before. Was looking at my block folio. And Michael Goldstein writes, in the sixth circle of no corner in no, sorry, in the sixth circle of no corner hell, heretics such as Tim Swanson, who made careers out of concerned trolling about Bitcoin, have no fundamentals, are trapped in flaming tombs. As the price of Bitcoin goes higher, so too does the temperature of the fire. A haunting image from Dante's Bitcoin Inferno. And they're skiing on the ice in Amsterdam. As I said, this reminds me of a painting I saw at the Hermitage in Amsterdam. It was the only chance to see the peasants in paintings because they couldn't afford portraits. They looked so happy. As you can see there, incredible skating on the canals in Amsterdam. I wish I was there, but it's also a cold snap and they're all freezing to death. Well, they're freezing, maybe not to death, but still, the plus sides, you get to skate on the canals. That's pretty cool. Speaking of cool, thieves steal 600 mining rigs in Iceland. Ooh, that's ice cold. But as you know, 600 mining rigs isn't really an easy thing to get rid of or get away with. It's not like they stole 600 bitcoins that they could fit into their pocket. And promptly, big Bitcoin heist. Iceland cryptocurrency thefts lead to 11 arrests, including a security guard at the facility. Once again, an inside job. The simplest answer, and usually the right one. Our top stories of the day. Additionally, Frances McDormand's Oscar was stolen by a man. Just wanted to share that in the theft category. Maybe not as valuable as 600 Bitcoin mining rigs, but still a big story in Hollywood. Thanks so much for watching Today in Bitcoin. I think we're about out of time today. We're going to check the chat, see what you guys are talking about. Not fans of Coinbase. Coinbase is a joke, but Uzbekistan is too. Humor. Good morning. Good morning. And they've got their coffee ready. So thanks for joining us. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and a share. If it's your first time here, please subscribe down below. We'll be back again soon with another update from Today in Bitcoin. Until next time, bye-bye.